Hey guys. uh welcome to the stream. Uh Sorry about not doing it yesterday. Uh let me make sure. Okay. So, yeah, I'm sorry about not doing it. I was like working on this one thing in Minecraft, like, and I got so like caught up in it that I forgot I had a stream. And then I just look at the clock and it's like 4 o'clock, and like I start panicking, and I decided not to do it yesterday because I didn't want, like, people, because I feel like, people should at least be able to know, like, certain amount of time beforehand that it's gonna happen. And then the people who are already waiting, like, leaving because they were under the impression that it wasn't gonna happen, I decided to just do it today because it would cause a lot less problems. Oh yeah, my subscribers are gonna go, might lose some. How many subs do I have? 920. Uh, How many did I lose? Because I heard there's gonna be like this YouTube's gonna start removing uh spam subs. How many is that? On the 12th, I lost about 8 of them. All right, all right, back to. Anyways, how long has it been? It's been 2 minutes. I'm gonna give people like another 5 minutes to get, another 3 minutes to get here. Then I'm gonna put. Well, the poll's already up, so go ahead and vote. That's interesting. Nobody's voted. You can't run yet. Usually, like that's the thing that wins, but uh, hopefully during Christmas I'll actually feel more motivated to work on You Can't Run. 'Cause school's kind of stressing me out a little right now, and also just I just don't feel like working on it so much as I used to. Like I feel like it's more of a chore, and that's why I keep saying I'm burning out. Is because it like I'll reach a point where I just don't feel like working on it, and when I like start Game Maker Studio up and it's not on a stream, I go, I don't want to work on it. It's like a chore. All right, someone voted. You can't run. If you think you're late, you're not. Like, I start the stream at like 4, but I actually like start doing stuff at 4:10 or maybe 4:05 since I already put the stroll poll up beforehand. And Musil isn't here, but if he comes in midstream, then I'll add that into the title. Gonna give it about another minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and start. Let me go see if Musil's let me see if Musil's gonna make it. Let me just send him a message real quick. Okay. Um, how are you? How's your day? How's life for you guys? 'Cause mine is pretty average right now. I wanna know how people who are watching are doing. How are you guys doing? Uh, Okay, it's already 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and start. Also, you're probably wondering why my profile picture guy doesn't have a Santa hat on, and that is primarily because I don't want to downscale it just so it can fit. And I mean, since this is OBS, I could always just, you know, put one on. I just don't feel like doing it right now. Anyways, here we are. Um, Let me check the results real quick. It's a tie. Mm, Generally, I just go with, you know what? Uh, since it's a tie, how about we do like a random chooser, and we'll do it 3 times, and then average out. No, 4 times, and see which one gets it the most. Uh, Here it is. Let me go ahead and put the 3 entries, and then figure out what we're gonna do. And we're gonna see. Uh, we're gonna go ahead and see. Um, which one we're gonna do today. Okay, play games. 1. LZ3. 1. All right. Okay, Labyrinth Zone 3 won twice, so that's what we're gonna do. Oh, wait a minute. Someone else voted. Right as I. Okay. Um. Okay. Um. I want to split the stream into two, and then we do one and then the other. But at the same time, I'm not sure if that would be like a timely thing to do because I wouldn't have enough time to do both things. How many minutes till 5 o'clock? Because I don't want to do it. I don't want to cross over. We're gonna stop at 5:10. Usually that's when we stop. So 30 minutes for You Can't Run, and 30 minutes for Labyrinth Zone. Hmm, not sure. Uh, let's go ahead and just work on You Can't Run for right now. We'll look at how far we've gone in 30 minutes. And if we done good enough, then we'll switch over. But if not, we're gonna stick with that for the rest of the stream, or until at least we like get something done. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and figure out where we left off. Gonna go ahead and run it. Regards to music, I'm not sure if I want to play music. I mean, I do, but um, we've already listened to the same like tracks so many different times. I think we should like start with some other tracks. Chat, do you want me to like make a straw poll on which music? Because I have several ideas of what music I could listen to, like play on the stream, but I'm not sure. Like, would that be a good idea? Just make a straw poll, and we'll use that to like decide what music to play. Would that work? Give me 3 yeses, and I'll do it. Like 3 people say yes in the chat, and I'll do it. I still need to revamp the play this one. Play what? Play what one? Oh, that's what we did. You know, how do the rings stop bouncing like they? Yeah, how does that happen? Let's figure that out. Maybe then we can make it so that he actually bounces backwards. Let's go ahead and look at that. So we go to the level objects, common, rings because rings are common. Let me read this code real quick. Oh, it uses collision line. Okay. Ooh, I'll figure it out. We don't need to. I'll do it later. Like it'll be like one of the the little details, because I'm pretty sure he can just kind of, he'll be fine just kind of, bouncing once, and then once he like hits the ground, then, um, you know. So the thing we're trying to do, all right. So now that he's like in the hurt thing, like he can be hurt, we need to make it so that the next time he takes a hit, he turns back into normal EXE. Or EXE, yeah, pretty much. So let's go ahead and find his object right here. And hang on. I'm thinking. Hold on. Okay, so once he's been hit, it's gonna.
Musil said, "All right, just a sec."
Okay, there's Musil. Let me change the title, and I guess Musil will be here. Let me change the title. Alright, he'll be here in like a little bit, like a few moments. He's online. Just gotta wait for him to make a call, and he'll be on, and you'll be able to hear his lovely voice. Okay, so
Musil said,
hello, Musil. Musil.
Oh, sorry, my mic was turned off.
Okay. Well, guys, welcome. Late to the party, but here he is in his gloriousness.
Not
Musil.
not too far off.
Yeah, it's like only like 15 minutes from the stream start. Technically
Yeah.
only 5, because I didn't actually do anything until 10 minutes in.
All right.
Let me go ahead and turn on the screen share and catch you up to speed what I'm doing. All right, so basically, so far we have him in his first phase where he's just like, doing stuff.
Throwing stuff.
Yeah, throwing. Yeah. Then we have the part where he he turns into normal Sonic, and now we just simply have to make it so that he changes back into EXE after he takes a hit.
All right.
Do you have this? Did you already give me the sprites for that, or
No. Shit. I should probably get working on them right now, so hopefully I can finish them by the time the stream's done or close to done,
all right?
so you can implement them. Let me just
Yeah,
grab my
but no worries.
sheet.
Because in programming, if you don't have a sprite, you just simply like use a placeholder, or just don't put one in at all, and then you put
Yep.
it in once you get it.
Sorry I'm late, everyone.
All right, so not sure if the quality like not sure if the quality lets you see what I'm doing, but basically, uh, the first thing we need to do is we need to check if I need to figure out if he knows he's hit. When he is hit, it's gonna tell the game that next time he collides with the player, he teleports and goes into phase
Yeah,
two.
and goes back to
Yeah.
the next thing. All right, we've got the falling sprite done, but that's it though. I need to still do the other stuff.
All right. All right. I'm trying to figure out a good place to start working. Start working
So,
in
what
it.
did you mean by fix hide and seek? Like on
Fix
the
hiding on the pull.
yeah.
Like work on. Well, I'm probably not sure if. Oh, change this back to. Oh, right. Let me fix that. I forgot to increment the number. Okay, so it's number 7 now. Sorry. I accidentally had it at number 6 and I didn't change it. Anyway, yeah, I'm just trying to what I was talking about was I want to like fix like I have the solution, the final solution for or the ultimate solution for
Yeah, make Sonic or make
EXE his
yeah.
own object in
Yeah,
hide
but
and
that would
seek.
have a lot of but that would have a lot of uh coding, and you would have to spend hours and hours and hours on that.
I wouldn't say hours and hours. I would say an hour or two, but it's not that difficult. It's just time consuming. Because basically, all I have to do is simply make it instead of like making exe like the player object, the partner object exe. Just simply make it like just simply spawn like another
On its own.
yeah spawn the its own object, and then after that, I simply have to replace all the cutscene code with code to manipulate the object's animations and stuff so that it doesn't
Yeah.
break too much. And since it's its own
What
object,
was the next phase again? I forgot what it was.
well, the phase after he's normal Sonic is basically just him as normal EXE, only never pretty much that. Just it's basically the same thing as there's 3 phases. There's the first one before he turns into normal Sonic. Second phase he is normal Sonic. Third phase he goes back to being EXE. So you don't like there's not too many different sprites between phase 1 and phase 3.
Wait, but what happens again? I forgot because I haven't read it. Like, what does
Um
he do?
in third phase,
Yeah.
pretty much acts the same way as phase 1, except he never ever turns back into normal Sonic. And
All
basically
right.
in the story, like Tom like tries to like get him to turn back for like 40 minutes or something, or at least that's what the clock said,
Yeah.
and he just threw the game. He
Yeah.
threw the
He gives
fight.
up.
Yeah, he gave up pretty much.
Yeah. Uh. Didn't it say that he had an extra attack too, like where he flies around?
I think so. I don't know. I will definitely check that out though. I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna ask. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm rambling again. Let me go ahead and.
You're fine.
Alright, so I have this code right here. It basically sets a new variable called HP. Even though this isn't actually a representative of his health, it's just simply a way for me to
Understand what it is?
like an easy way to detect if he's been hit already or not. Like if he's been hit at least once in the first form.
Yeah.
And the reason I set it to 2 is because generally Sonic, just like, he has his rings and then he has his life. And basically HB 2 is when he still has his rings, and then once he has no rings, you know, the next
He
hit he
just
would take
dies.
would, yeah, he would die, but obviously he's not going to die, so it's just going to stay at 1 for the
Yeah,
rest of
because
the
he
battle.
teleports out of the way.
Yeah.
Question.
What?
You never said that you were going to do this, but if you were, how would you want uh uh a, Knuckles to beat EXE per se? Like
I
how
don't
would
know
you
how
win
I would
that fight?
how would I win? I don't know how I would win the fight, and I think Guardian Moby said that you simply cannot win the fight. But I would say that if it was, it would be to um legit. I would say that you would have to do like you would have to find some obscure Easter egg thing that lets you attack really 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 quickly and teleport, and then you would have to catch EXE off guard or something. But
Maybe you would
the
find like
more
an
realistic
invincibility
way
monitor,
but then that would just really prolong the fight. I would say like,
or
well,
maybe
I
a
don't,
Chaos Emerald or something. Like you would go through a small
maybe
special
a chaos emerald.
stage
Yeah, maybe a chaos emerald. But the more realistic
that
the
would
way,
let you just like bypass a lot of his attacks and go a lot faster.
yeah. But I think we discussed this in the, not you, but everyone else. If like we were talking about how, like I'm not gonna say it here, but basically a more realistic way would be to hack the game, like with cheat engine or something. Find the variable that stores EXE's HP value and just set it to 0.
So that he instantly dies when he spawns.
Or at least at any point in time, pretty much. Um, and I probably will have it like that, but it's not gonna actually like mean anything. Like as soon as you set the HP to 0, it wouldn't trigger a jump scare or something, but it would basically like either make
Go,
another
nope,
version.
sorry, you can't do that.
Yeah, it would show like a message or something. All right. Back to business. Let's go ahead
And
and
maybe it would be like Sonic taunts you, like trying to beat me,
yeah, something like that.
trying to cheat, are you?
Yeah. All right. So I got the HP to, decrement, and now I'm gonna make it so that the next time he takes a hit, it's gonna it's gonna increment his phase again, and I need to figure out where the code is that controls. I need to find it. Um. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's hit.
Trying to cheat, are we?
Okay. Um. Now I need to find. Didn't hurt. I'm gonna make it so that this particular code only activates if his HP is greater than 1, and then if it's not, if it's equal to 1 or something, yeah, if it's equal to 1, uh, then it'll teleport
Start
him.
the third phase.
Yeah, it'll set his phase value to 3. No. Wait, no. I count from 0, 1. Okay, so I would set it
So
to 2.
2.
Yeah. Okay, so there's an error I need to figure out where it's coming from. Oh, right. Here it is. He's hit. Wait, yeah. If he's hit and he's not already hurt, it'll check his HP. If it's greater than 1, it'll send him flying. And after that, it's gonna make him it's gonna make him teleport again. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here.
I'm just about done the first frame of the dawning sprite.
All right. Someone's messaged me. Okay. So I hope like next year, maybe instead of maybe like after maybe next year instead of this year, like I'm gonna start working on dungeon game a little more, and then hopefully like by the end of the year I'll have like something show up. I know I said I was gonna have it like within this year or something like that, but between having lots
That's
of
kind of unrealistic.
yeah, it's a little unrealistic. School with this project, and also with the fact that I'm kind of burning out a little more often than I want to be. I prefer to set a little more realistic goal for myself and then have like a full demo by the time I graduate high school.
Well, like I said, you can take breaks as well.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you don't have to be constantly working yourself to do something
Yeah,
that you feel
I'm not
that you don't feel
constantly.
passionate about anymore.
Yeah, it's not that I'm not passionate. I just like for some
Hey, you
reason
just burnt out.
yeah, I feel burnt out and I don't like and I don't understand why, and I'm still trying to and hopefully sooner or later I will get it solved and I won't have to worry about it being such an issue anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if it works. Still need to fix that bug, by the way, where he just fell right through that right here. Just fell right through.
I'd be happy to help you make a little bit of assets.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. I don't have the audio turned on.
Let me show you.
Oh God! Ow! Oh, Jesus Christ, my ears! Oh, my ears! Jesus, that hurt.
All right, let's see. That's weird because that shouldn't be happening. Oh, right. I should probably wait. Okay, wait. Let me go ahead and turn this, and also.
You know what sucks?
What?
That I've been working on these Green Hill Zone towels for like ages, and I still haven't completed even 1 pixel of the background.
I would say the background's a little more difficult when you consider that it's going to if it would be parallax.
Yeah,
Unless you don't want it
but
to be
still, like I've been working on this sheet on and off for about a year now.
How's chat doing?
And I still don't have the background even remotely ready yet.
Wait, is okay. It's been 30 minutes. I'm trying to take a look at how much we have done, and if we have a considerable amount done, we'll switch over to Labyrinth Zone. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
we're
what-
doing Labyrinth today?
I kind of like, alright, because initially when I started the stream, uh, like only three people voted, and it was divided between playing games, working on Labyrinth Zone, and working on You Can't Run Boss. So initially I put it into like a wheel, like a random choose wheel, and I would basically
Yeah.
like run it like 4 different times and see which one came up twice, and the one that came up twice was Labyrinth. And then I decided, okay, so we're gonna do that. Then I checked the results for the poll again, and someone voted You Can't Run. So I decided to try and maybe split up the stream into two segments, one for each winner of, you know,
Yeah.
the winner of random choice, and then the winner of sudden popular choice. Right.
Also, you know what's really quite annoying
What?
is that uh, uh is that from ignorant, if you want to recreate it, then you either have to make a sprite that works absolutely perfectly, um that uh with just alternating colors, or you have to spend hours and hours and hours um animating water effects,
Oh.
which I hate doing because it's really time consuming.
You know what? I realized something. The first phase, the attacks will be like s- it'll be like in a, like, it'll cycle through the first three attacks and then start randomly choosing them, and then the second one, it'll just be all random. Because I feel like if it doesn't at least cycle through each one, and it's gonna come up later, and people aren't gonna be prepared for it. Oh, okay, got it to work. Wait.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'm
now,
sick right
okay.
now.
Okay, so we're making some good progress. I just simply have to change this. Let's change this sprite and see if I'm gonna change
Your
this sprite
sickness
back.
transferred through the microphone onto me, because now I'm sick.
Oh.
Hence the massive cough.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put this in.
What?
Okay. So we got this.
Other than the background, sorry, go.
No. I was all right. We got this. We got the sprite set. So now we just gotta test to see if, he goes back to doing what he was doing. It checks if his face isn't one. So that's. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, so they all just check if that face isn't one. I thought it would be if face is zero, but it's not. So that makes my life significantly easier.
You use a specific program to edit sprites, right? Or do you
Two
just
different ones though. I don't really do sprites so often anymore that I don't really work with either. But there's two programs. There's Paint.net for general stuff, and then for the more specific, the small sprites, but more specific sprites, I use a program called Ace Sprite.
ah?
It's like,
Personally, I use Piskel. A kind of a stupid name, but it works really well.
alright.
It's got some really interesting tools and things that you can use. It's completely free, and it supports browser and download. It's really good, actually. Not sponsored, by the way. I just wanted to say that it's really good.
Alright. Alright. Now give me a moment, guys. I want to show you something. See this? This error actually seems to occur a lot. And I
Okay.
need. Do you? How many? When you guys play this game, how often would you say this error comes up? Like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 5.
I've only played the game a few times, so I don't think that's ever popped up for me really.
All right. Well, let me show you in screen share what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like I can see it on stream. It's fine.
All right.
Error in action number 1 of other event. Room start for object goal. Invalid surface dimensions at GML
Yeah.
object global other 4 line 43 blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah, basically this error, I know what this error is saying. It's talking about the resolution of the
Oh,
game.
it's
Like,
too. It can't work with the.
I think it's trying to set it to weird numbers, and I think I know what it's doing. I think it's GameMaker's number system that might be at fault, but it also might be some faulty encoding. But cause like with GameMaker's number system, sometimes it'll like the decimal will like go to like I said in a few streams ago, I said that the numbers sometimes like it might say it's like only 5 or 6 or something, but in actuality it might be 5.00000000099 or something like that.
Huh.
And it's weird, and I don't understand why it does it, but it does. So
Ooh, that's a lot better.
I'm gonna figure out why it does that.
Fortunately though, uh, with the Green Hill Zone tile set, other than the
And also, hold on, sorry, Musil, I don't mean to interrupt you.
no, it's fine.
With
Not
the
not really
error,
relevant to what. Sorry.
with that error I just showed you, the good thing about it is that you can simply ignore it, unlike some other errors that might occur, because it's really just I think it's really just it trying to set the like it's trying to scale the it's trying to scale the game window, and I guess it's throwing in some weird numbers, but since it's already scaled and stuff, it doesn't really
Know
it's
what to
not it
do.
doesn't it doesn't really have a much of a visible effect, so you don't have to worry about it really doing much. Though I am going to figure out why it shows that error. Anyways, I want to figure out why it does that, and I think I know how to fix it too. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and
Nucleus.
um,
I say that you're just like silent.
well, yeah, because I didn't know what you were talking about. Anyways, here we are. Let's see if
I said it. Nucleus.
see if this works. I'm gonna make it so that if EXE is in like a specific spot, he doesn't just simply he doesn't teleport again. All right. Anyways, here we are. Okay, so he teleported, but he didn't for some reason he didn't actually like change sprites or anything for some reason. I want to know why it did that. So if he's in phase 2, he teleports into whatever. He's supposed to change his sprite back, and he also goes into, not being hittable or anything. Basically runs copy pasted version of this code right here, and that's kind of weird. Let me check and see if there is any code that specifically checks if it's 0 and not just simply 1. Okay, so I guess not. We're gonna have to wait. All right, so it's 440. Would you say that
Yes.
we've made enough, like a little bit enough progress to start working on Labyrinth Zone 3?
I'd say.
All right. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and switch gears, and we're gonna start working on Labyrinth Zone again, and we're gonna start with the EXE object because that's probably one of the main gimmicks of it, and I might as well start working on that first. And I'm gonna start by showing you one of the test objects. Like when I was still like making, like when this was in its early days, this project was in its early days, and like there's literally little substance and it wasn't even in publishable form or anything. This was one of the first things I made with it. And Some might find it humorous. Other people might find it interesting. Some might find it you know, ignorable. Is that a word? I don't know.
I think so. So with this EXE object, would it have a hitbox, or would it just be like when it reaches the center of the screen or whatever?
When it has a timer basically, and as the timer decrements, it sets its X position on the screen relative to Sonic, or actually I might even just make it relative to the camera. And um basically once its timer hits 0, which would be when he reaches the center of the screen, it would display one of the ransom messages and pause the game for a few moments. Then it would unpause it and immediately kill Sonic and
Ah,
restart the level over. So it's not actually that difficult. I'd say the more difficult part of it isn't the object itself, but rather the visual effects it's going to create. And even then, the things like changing graphics, existing graphics, like the tiles and stuff, won't be. I've already technically done it before with Green Hill Act 2, where I changed the tiles to be like, corrupt and dead and stuff. It's basically just like that with this, only like it changes more than one time. So I just tie it to a variable of whether it's or not it's been. Actually, no, I can already just use a pre-existing variable. Anyways, the back to what I was doing earlier. The little object I made like a long time ago, and this isn't like the exact thing. It's more like a recreation. So there are like several differences, but I'm gonna go ahead and let me find it and put it in. Should be in here. Here it is. I'm gonna put one right
can
here.
you turn on screen share so I can see what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm about to run it, so let me just go ahead and screen share the game itself. All right, here it is. Okay, so let me go ahead and go ahead and get to level select, go into Labyrinth Zone. All right, so here we are in Labyrinth Zone, and
Still has the Emerald Hill background.
yeah, gonna fix that soon. All right, so you see this object right here. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how he's coming from the corner of the screen. That's
Yeah,
kind
and
of
he
funny,
also
actually.
he kind of scales with their speed. Like the faster you go, the faster he goes too.
That's funny.
And
Oh, he deals damage.
yeah, he deals damage. Incorrect collision. Oh, what the?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, something weird's going on with debug
Wait,
mode.
did you...
Like,
Okay,
I'm trying. Like,
I
okay,
just
so
saw that on the stream. Did you just kill EXE and get 100 points?
yeah, he's a child object of the enemy, and I guess for
Oh.
some weird reason I was getting stuck right there for some reason. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but like I was jittering around as this ring. I was like, for some reason, it was like having issues or something. Oh, here we are. We got.
Oh, splashes. I hear splashes.
Yep. The water enabled
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it now.
Still need to fix the collision masks. Why is it doing that? What is it doing? What the? Oh my god, what is it doing? Oh, I know what it's doing. Is it like, I think it's like trying to look for Sonic, or I don't even know, cause like it was starting to freak out. Like collision was like broken,
Um,
and the
maybe
collision
some of
was
the tiles are missing collision.
No, because that's the weird part. Like it was some of the tiles had normal collision a few moments ago, and then it just stops working correctly, and the camera starts trying to scroll up for some reason. That was so weird. Okay, anyways, it's basically the object's basically gonna be like that, only it's gonna move its. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start working on that. What would be a good group to put that? I'm just gonna put it in here for right now. All right, so I'm gonna make like a monitor. I have a debug monitor. Oh, right. I just remembered. There was a bug with the monitors that apparently like the Tails life monitor turns into a Sonic one for some reason, and
Huh.
I think I know why. Um, and I'm gonna try and fix it real quick before I move on, cause there's like a monitor, like a special monitor type called a debug monitor. It's like a red ring, and basically what it's supposed to do is like I just break it and it does something that like I want to test or something. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wait a minute. Okay, that shouldn't be in there. Maybe that's why it was bugging out. It's because it was on the same depth as the title. Well, I don't think that would cause it, but you never know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this monitor right here, and let me check what type to put it as. Um, it uses all right, destroy, and also the code of that like actually like shows what to do when it's broken is actually stored in the icon object, which is very interesting, and I find it to be a very interesting way of doing things. So we have the Eggman monitor, which will be kind of confusing to some people. I'm wondering what I should do with that. Like there are going to be Eggman monitors probably. Should I let and
Probably.
since there's an Eggman life icon that's currently like stored in, there's also one like for the monitor icon. I'm wondering if I should make them different colors. You know what? No, they already are different colors. The one that hurts you is blue, and then the one that's life icon is red, and I think it has more detail in it. Anyways, here's a life icon. Here's a debug. Basically, what it does is it sets the level corrupt, and it plays the death sound. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and comment that out. What we're actually gonna do is make it spawn the new object we're about to make.
Hmm.
And obviously, it's not gonna matter where we put it, so we might as well just put it in
Uh.
spawn it
Uh.
right where it is.
Hold on. Let me. I need to go do something real quick.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and create it like we're just gonna create it right here, and basically, uh, what did we call it? We called it. Why did I call it that? Let's call it object exe. Uh, um, what would I call it? What would be a good thing to call it? Let's just go and call it countdown. No, not countdown. Rush. Or no, let's just call it labyrinth zone because that's pretty much the thing it's gonna belong to anyway. Not two, three. Labyrinth zone 3. All right. Anyways, it's gonna use the same sprite as the missile object. Only, um, only, it's not gonna. It's gonna position itself. And since it's always, it's we're gonna go ahead and
I have returned.
all right. So this shouldn't actually be that hard, actually, now that I think about it. All we gotta do is find the object, the sprite. Where's
So what are we looking for?
No, I'm just looking for the sprite that I'm going to use to, the flying sprite that I made. It should be around here somewhere, because it uh, should be stored with his. Maybe it's there and I'm just not seeing it.
Oh, did you import my sprites yet for the flying and hide and seek?
Yeah, I have. I think I have, anyways. I should have. Uh, I, I think I did. So we're going. What's where? I'm just gonna search it. Sprite. Oh, I know where sprite stored. Sprite stored with. Yep, there it is. It stored with the enemy sprites. That's why I couldn't find it.
Makes sense.
We're gonna go ahead and use that as a placeholder sprite, since it's already pretty much close to what the final thing is gonna look like. It's not the exact final thing, but it's pretty close to it.
Also, I kind of forgot that the grounder was an enemy. So
You did?
yeah.
Alright, so here's that. And now what we're gonna simply do is we're gonna have a variable called timer. And how long does it's like 5 seconds? We'll go ahead and say 10. So 10 times 60 is 600. So it's gonna basically count down, and we're gonna go ahead and make it so that this y is always equal to Sonic's. And then
So I've been playing a lot of Sonic Unleashed recently because it was ported to Xbox One.
it was?
Yeah.
Is it like the backwards compatibility, or is it actually ported?
Backwards compatibility.
Oh, okay.
I'd count that as a port though.
Oh, okay. Minus, and then we're gonna do it minus the timer. We're not just gonna subtract the timer. We're gonna divide it so that that
Uh,
it's actually.
Sometimes it sounds like there's like a clock in your room or something because I can hear the ticking, or what sounds
Oh,
like ticking anyway.
that's just me fidgeting with something. I
Ah,
tend to fidget with things when I get anxious, and I have a lot of things sitting in front of me.
I see.
Anyways, let's go ahead and oh right. No. We're fine. No, we are fine. I forgot to make the timer uh decrement every frame.
Sorry, I coughed there. I had to turn off my mic for a second.
All right. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and test Labyrinth Zone and see if. Oh right, I forgot to set the monitor to the type we need. Let me go ahead and fix that, and also fix the monitor icon, because apparently for some reason uh icon, if it's should be what's that noise?
That's me spinning my mouse wheel.
Oh, all right. Anyways, monitor icon, where's that? I think it's here. Oh, here it is. So there's that.
Sorry, I tend to spin my mouse wheel when I'm bored.
All right. Oh, I remembered why I think I know why the issue with the icon happen. And that's maybe go in here. This shouldn't be this way. I think it should be the other way around.
Can we just address how underrated Labyrinth Zone's music is, though?
Yeah. You know,
Like,
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure most people know this by now, but I think the drowning music of Sonic 1 is really supposed to be like a sped up version of Labyrinth Zone. Like
I
because
mean,
like
I can see that, but that doesn't make much sense.
it's not just a sped up, but like it's like changed to sound more frantic, but it still has like that little because like Labyrinth Zone goes like do 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 do, and then the drowning thing goes like do 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 do, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like I could see that, but still,
I'm not saying
and I
that's
could see
exactly
why
what
they
they
would do
did,
that
but
as
it
well.
feels like that's kind of what they were trying to go for. All right, hide and seek. We just gotta. Wait a minute, this is the wrong zone.
Yeah,
Wrong
we're
zone. Let
supposed
me.
to be in Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Also, you should probably turn on screen share.
Oh yeah, let me do that. Hopefully this should work. It's not that difficult. Though he's probably I think I already know what's gonna happen. He's probably just gonna go end up flying past Sonic because his timer's going into negative. Here it is. And I did the same thing twice. I forgot to set the monitors to be the one we want. All right, let me go ahead and change it. All right, there we go. All right, so Labyrinth Zone. Let's go ahead and break the monitor and see if it works.
If it works, then that's great.
It kind of works.
Almost.
All right, so we got the part.
Also, if you look, I'm pretty sure Sonic is like advancing forward, but very, very, very slowly. Like I think like 1 pixel at a time, every like 5 seconds.
EXE is or Sonic is.
Exe, sorry.
Yeah, that's intentional. That part's intentional.
Ah,
Um, okay, so I need to figure out how I would do this. Let's go ahead and divide this by 2. I thought it was gonna be like a bigger number, but I guess not. And also, um, we're gonna go ahead and if the timer is greater than 0, we're going to subtract it. Else, this is gonna be the part that happens when he gets like he ends up touching you. We're gonna make Sonic hurt a lot. All right, what are the arguments again? The sound effect and the object. Okay.
you know, I could have like done something today, but I just chose not to because I'm lazy.
Yeah, it ain't good. Okay, so this, guys, wait, 1.5. We'll divide it by 1.5 and be generous. Because I want him to start at the edge of the screen.
Makes sense.
Right, and basically it's gonna take him 10 seconds to get to Sonic. Because, you know.
Don't you think that's a little bit too little time?
Doesn't the drowning counter generally take 10 seconds though? Or no, does
Oh
it?
yeah, I guess.
And I'll
Yeah.
just count down how long the
But wasn't the drowning counter for this supposed to be like slowed down or whatever?
I don't know. Alright, anyways. He should be coming onto the screen in like a second. Yep, there it is. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we're doing better. I should probably... I know he goes a lot slower though, so... Let me count and see how long the drowning counter, like, the song lasts. How long is it? No, like, Sonic 1, drowning. Here it is. It's like 16. Okay, so it's 15 seconds. We should put 15, and that would be 900 seconds. And
Can
also,
we
I'm
just
gonna
please
go
address
ahead.
the fact that Sonic Unleashed on the Wii, the final boss fight is literally just Punch Out,
It
but with
is.
giant robots.
Okay. I guess we could say today we actually got like something. Well, I mean, kind of major done. Is this is a major gimmick? It's not like the finished one, but you know,
It's close to finish
yeah.
in
Because
some
this is
regards.
actually the most. This is the easiest part of working on Labyrinth Zone. It's just you have to do this, and the only thing that I need to like might have a little bit of challenge is making him uh this object itself. The thing I need to do now is simply make it so that it kills him regardless of how many rings he's carrying. Probably just
Uh,
gonna make a script or something that basically does. I went the wrong zone again.
maybe we just do 2 damage instead of 1.
2 damage. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Like maybe instead of just
Like he
like
takes your
maybe
shield and your rings?
yeah. Or
Mm,
maybe
I mean, I want to keep it. I want to keep it like, cause when you drown, that also kills you with regardless of what you have on of course, unless you have a water shield, but that's not gonna be in this.
yeah,
Or no,
because
bubble
it's
shield.
Sonic 1.
Yeah, it's Sonic 1. All right. Anyways, let's see.
Also, also isn't it officially called the Bubble Shield or the Aqua Shield, whatever?
I would think it would be called the bubble shield, cause that's exactly what it is. It's a bubble that you bounce
Yeah.
around in. I'm putting
I
it
mean,
too far away, I think. Yeah, I'm putting
in
this.
Sonic Generations, they called the Aqua Shield. So
I'm gonna go ahead and okay. Let's go ahead and put this at 3. I'm gonna put this at 3.
that's a nice modest number.
No, I'm like dividing timer by 3.
Yeah, I know.
Cause
I'm
it's
just
like
being
it's
stupid.
900 seconds now. So that would put it at 3. So yeah, that'd be good.
Can we just address the fact that Mike Pollock is just a legend in every aspect?
Who's that? Oh,
The guy
guys,
who
look,
voices
look,
Dr.
look,
Eggman.
guys, look. It's like I think that's almost like the perfect speed.
Ooh, that's perfect.
All right, now all we gotta do is
Mike
make it
Pollock is the guy
insta-kill.
who voices Dr. Eggman.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Like he's like really nice in all aspects.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So we gotta insta-kill him. Let's figure out how we would go about doing that. I think there might actually be like a dead. Oh no. There is. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, and I probably gotta remove this. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if this works.
Excuse me, what?
What?
So I'm playing Sonic Unleashed, and I
Wait,
did
what
an
about the
air
sprites?
dash, and hit a child, and Sonic did like a bounce and a pose off of it, or off of her. It was really funny.
I keep going into the workshop zone. I keep doing that out of force of habit, and I hate it. Why can't I keep my memory straight today?
Hey, don't worry, I do stuff like that all the time.
Okay, so this should instantly kill Sonic when he reaches, Sonic's position. And I also need to make it so that it basically just overlays the entire thing. Let's see if I can... Oh, no, we got it. And then we're also going to make it, like, destroy itself. Because, he doesn't need to be following him the entire way down. Alright, anyways, so, we got that. You know what's going to be... The more complicated thing is going to be making the Eggman fight, the Robotnik fight, whatever name you use. Actually, no, it's not, but, like, it's going to be more complicated than this. Because I have to give him, like, a path. I also have to add the, hazards. The layout itself is done, like, the tiles are already in. And I also have to make it so that after, he switches sprites and stuff, depending on, what realm you're in. But,
And fix the collision as well.
Yeah. I mean, I've already tested a Eggman, a Robotnik, like I made like something that works like a Eggmobile that you could like if you hit it emulates how the fight would emulates how it's hard to explain, but you know how like in Sonic 1 when you hit the Eggmobile you would like either bounce off of it or you would bounce off of it like at the bottom, or it would like bounce you up a little bit if you were on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recreated that in this, so it's not out of the question. I just simply need to make simply need to make. Actually, no. Since I have this set up, I can just use this since it already has pretty much everything I need. I just simply need to tell it to move on a path and to react differently if you're in the dark realm or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're about to end the stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and close everything. But it's 2 minutes till. Closing thoughts.
We got some pretty good work done today, I'd say.
Yeah.
Got got the boss fight set up so that we can start working on phase 3.
Yeah.
We just about finished EXE in Labyrinth Zone.
Yeah. So the part that's gonna be the most difficult of Labyrinth Zone would be making the visuals like shake. Actually, no, that wouldn't be that like it's gonna be. I'd say that's the most difficult. It's not gonna be super difficult, but it's the most difficult part out of everything. And also just applying the color, because I think I'm gonna need to learn how shaders work to do the color part. You know how, because like
Yeah.
In the hack, the colors would change depending on how like close he is to getting you, as well as shaking everything up. That's gonna be the difficult part, the most difficult part.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna end it off here. See ya.